Yes, people, welcome to MFTV, McLaren Fan TV. You don't know what time it is. To talk all things Australian Grand Prix, of course, I'm joined with my co-host Mahad from the Pit Stop Fracker. Mahad, man, what's going on?
Not the ideal start. Just me we're late because I had a big big mistakes, like spilled water everywhere on my desk. But maybe that's just like symbolic of McLaren's start to the season so far. But not absolutely like 2023 disastrous, but we've got a lot of work to do, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think as you perfectly put in the title there's lots of work to get done. And yeah, as you say, it's not as disastrous as we've had before, but it was certainly not as glorious as it was last season in Australia, where we had a McLaren on pole, we had a McLaren who won the race, both of which were Lando Norris. I mean, yeah, it's Formula One is back. At least there's that much. We are here. It's live and direct. I don't know if you had any sort of headlines ahead of this weekend. What was your headline if you had one for this season?
My headline is I don't even know. Mercedes, what are you doing to us? That's my headline.
Are we going to get into the Mercedes of it all as well, yeah?
Question mark. Mercedes, what you doing?
Yeah.
Not to start rumors and stuff like that, but it's looking a bit suspicious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think my headline is simply just a sitting duck. I mean, Lando Norris had no coverage on the Sky Sports feed on Sunday because there was nothing to talk about with him.
Yeah.
It seemed like he stayed P5 the whole race, and nothing was really going on. So, yeah, guys, let us know in the chat what's happening. Let us know before we get into the nitty-gritty of it. Adam Heddle says, tough weekend, definitely not where we want to be, but lots of lessons learned for sure. Listen, if there's one thing you can always count on with McLaren, we will learn.
Yeah.
We will learn, we will grow, we'll progress. No doubt about that. Adam goes on to say, Lando, I think, did the max he could, especially after issues he had in practice and in quali. Oscar was looking good till the crash happened. Australian curse lives on.
We're going to call it the Peter curse because you predicted him to win.
Oh, God.
And look what happened, man. I don't know what you was thinking when it happened.
Bro. Do you know what? Yeah, I didn't even catch it on the live, yeah? I caught it when... like they're doing the starting grid.
Yeah.
And I think Lando's jumping into his car, right? And they're like, and Lando Norris there, you see the only McLaren driver today. So I said, oh, hang on, what have I missed? Like that, you hear Drake's song, what did I miss? I was there like, well, I need to pull this back. So it's only then, because obviously reconnaissance lap, man ain't here to watch that.
Yeah.
And I thought, because it's a 4 a.m. start, let's just get to it type of deal. So I'm sure a lot of people who watched this race in the early hours of the morning or in the night didn't do all the coverage and then watch the race. So I got caught off guard when I saw Lando hop into his car, but being told that he's the only McLaren driver.
Yeah.
I said, what the hell happened? So yeah, I was how was it for you, man?
I woke up and literally when I turned on the television, Ted Kravitz, Oscar Piastri, like I was like, this is moving. How can I turn on the TV at this time? That happened.
A lot of McLaren fans.
I had to wait half an hour after the race, and I was still just trying to process it. I was just bare confused. I was so confused, honestly. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Hans. He said, I woke up and seeing the push message on my phone.
Pain, man.
That's gonna be something else.
Imagine, I would just assume it's like an opening lap issue. Not even starting the race is crazy.
Yeah, I know. Alex, shout out to the Oracle, says Peter Curse is crazy. Championship fumble. Now this. Oh man.
Just stop speaking on Oscar.
And Z said I turned on the TV and saw totaled McLaren. I haven't heard that.
I thought we all bent up and I was like, no man.
Because there was a part of me thinking, there's still some time. There was no time. I thought they had like an extra nose maybe, but it's that suspension, gearbox, all of it went. Yeah, shout out to everybody that's here locked in, locked on. Let's get through some of your comments before we get into the nitty gritty of it, man. It's intense. I think somebody put a headline. Z said, headline, we cannot compete. Whoa, Z. Out the gate.
We don't have the capacity. We don't have it.
We don't have the capacity. Oh, that's too funny. Human Fly says, evening, gents. Glad to see this pop up this evening. Hope it wasn't anything serious getting in the way yesterday, and you are both well. Tremendous. We're both doing well. Yeah, yesterday was just purely just life. You know, like not
Life
crazy.
was in the way.
It's like, yeah, you know, work
Deadlines.
Stuff. Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's a Tuesday and you're giving me deadlines. Oh, thanks for that.
Yeah, thanks for that. yeah. So yeah, and at least today, look, Arsenal putting me trying to keep me in the same vein as Sunday, and I'm just like, thank God we're doing the stream right now. So happy days, man. But yeah, no, we're all good. Hope you're good, Human Flies. Hope you're doing well. Steph says a very tough start. It's early days, but finishing 50 seconds behind Russell is quite alarming. I'm still optimistic we can close that gap. Yeah. What are your thoughts? 50 seconds.
I don't think that's the gap. Do you think that's the gap?
I don't think it's the gap. No.
Do you think aero for aero, chassis for chassis? Do you think that's the gap?
No. I think there comes a point where Lando Norris has to like play another game. Do you know what I mean? Like there came a point where I don't think he was. I mean, don't get me wrong. He had Max Verstappen right behind him. He did well to keep Verstappen at bay. If there's something positive to talk about, it's that. It's that battle.
Lando drove fantastically considering the limited time that he had in that race, and you could see night and day difference between him at the beginning of the race and later in the race. It's like he figured out in the race, because he had lack of running in practice. Qualifying, he treated it like it was practice. In the beginning of the race, he treated it like practice. And by the time Max got to him, he knew what to do in terms of energy management to keep him behind.
Yeah.
The issue is, imagine Max got to him at the beginning of the race. I don't think he would have had that learning about the energy management and stuff like that to keep Max behind. So just very much on the back foot all weekend. I don't think that's indicative of how Lando would perform on a normal race weekend when he's caught up to speed. If we're talking about Oscar, if Oscar was in that race, I think he would perform better because he had that running and he looked on it the whole weekend. Well, he looked more on it than what Lando was. Lando was, restricted because of the issues in FP1. And just didn't get gel with what was going on around him. No fault of his own, but yeah, Oscar looked like he was proper. Like I'm gonna put in a performance there, and maybe the performance would have just been a P5, but much closer in time. I don't think we would have been closer to the Ferrari or Mercedes. But I think a percentage of that gap is something to do with something that we can't control. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it seemed to me everybody but Mercedes were learning things, like we're learning during the race. It baffled me to see how put together the two Mercedes drivers had it. It seemed like they knew what to do before they even turned up to Australia.
Because they had that engine in Bahrain. They had 3 days of testing.
True.
We didn't have the same engine as them. We didn't have the same energy deployment.
It's just like, everybody, like even the Ferraris, like everybody else, Red Bull, they were all kind of like, feeling their way through and then getting used to terms.
Because they had control of their own situation. Whatever they had in testing, they had there.
Yeah.
We're going in blind in that sense, right? When you hear the kind of conversations throughout practice and throughout the weekend, even before the race, it's very much like they're figuring it out as they go. Because they don't know what this engine does. Imagine, Peter, Mercedes gave him that engine just before the race. They never used that engine before.
No, they never. Yeah. But
so
you know what?
They're literally doing testing in the qualifying.
Yeah, but I thought. So sorry, they didn't have it in qualifying.
No, they had it. They had it in practice. They only had 3 practice sessions qualifying the race with this new spec engine.
See,
so they very much figuring it out.
In my head, I thought that would have worked out for us in a sense. Not worked out. Let me not say that crazy, but as in, it seemed like McLaren could learn everything else about the car in winter testing and whatnot, and then great, we've got a souped up engine from what we had before. Easy peasy, just plug and play. But it goes to show that I think I underestimated these regulations as to how different things are on the engines, on the power unit side. I very much underestimated that, because the fact that I just thought we could plug and play Mercedes' engine and crack on it, because I think we had a good testing. In all honesty, I think our testing was fine.
Yeah.
And I just thought, okay, if we've got like a much better, like a souped up engine, a much better engine, guess what? We'll be flying. But it seemed like we were learning. It was almost like testing for us again. Practice one, basically.
I said I kind of thought this is our Bahrain 24. Remember 2024 when we opened the season?
Yeah. You were there. You were there.
No, I was there. I was 2023.
Oh, you were 23.
2024. Remember, we were kind of on the back foot again until Miami upgrade.
Yes, until the upgrade. Yeah,
we're like 6th and 7th or something like that. But I think what we would have been like in the older regulations is that we'd have got an engine and then we would have kind of knew what it was about, because there was an engine freeze, right?
Yes.
It wasn't really doing anything to the engine, so we could get our head around it, do our own kind of software and energy management around it. This one is very much, I think it's part and parcel of the game at the end of the day. If Mercedes is like, okay, we're not obliged to give you this new spec engine until Australia, we're going to give it to you in Australia and keep you on the back foot while we know about everything around it, right? It's like they've given you a washing machine, yeah, and they've said, yeah, no instructions, yeah, hold that. And then when you complain about the washing machine, like, oh, you're giving me, I don't know how to use it. Can you give me the manual? What's going on? Everybody just says, no, you don't need a manual. Build your own washing machine. No, but I paid for the washing machine. What do you mean build my own washing machine? I paid for it though. That's part of the agreement, right? Obviously, we don't know the legal clauses and all the stipulations in that, or whether they need to give them up-to-date software or have somebody at Mercedes HPP come to McLaren and talk them through it. Okay, this is how the deployment goes and stuff like that, because we're competitors, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I understand that, but I don't know all the ins and outs, and it's probably going to come out. But I would say that we know Stella quite well. He wouldn't complain for no reason.
Yeah. That was
there's some sort of validity to his complaints.
Yeah, that was annoying. That was annoying that, because like you say, like if Stella's not worried, I'm not worried. But the fact that he's there talking the way he was talking, it got me concerned slightly. And you almost feel like I do wonder, what's the relationship between Mercedes and McLaren going to be like over these regulations over the next 3, 4, 5 years? Are we going to see ourselves in a position where, hopefully not, but are we going to see ourselves in a position where we might have to look elsewhere engine-wise? Or even just the fact that, look, we can have the same engine. We've got two different engineers. Mercedes got a set of engineers who obviously will know the ins and outs, thoroughly well. It's up to our engineers to get it right, and everybody else in the team to nail it. Now, I agree with you in terms of if Stella says there's information missing, I believe him that they're not giving us all the information. It doesn't look like Mercedes will play ball with us, and that concerns me relationship-wise.
Yeah, but and we've embarrassed them the last 2 years.
That's a fact.
So they've probably gone away and said they can never finish ahead of us again.
I can't run. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Obviously, it's up to McLaren eventually to kind of figure it out. When they do figure out, to make up that ground, and obviously compete on the aero side and the chassis side as well.
Yeah,
we don't even really know where we sit.
Yeah,
with regards to that, because of the deficit that we have pace-wise in terms of the engine. Yeah. So we could still be off. Imagine we had exactly the same software stuff like that. We could still be maybe like 2/10 off, 3/10 off. But right now it's a complete unknown. So obviously the relationship may change. At the end of the day, over the length of the contract, you're getting more than 100 million. We should be getting a decent engine. Yeah. You can't be running away with it at the front, and then us and Alpine and Williams is further back with the same engine. Obviously, I heard Val's made some complaints as well, and Val's is a Mercedes employee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ex-employee. So there is some views around that, but for me personally, like even Oscar's crash was an energy spike in the hybrid system, just tweaked when he went on the curb.
I mean,
and fling them into the wall. That's costing us money.
Did you even hear him leaving the pits? Did you hear the car leaving the pits? How it was, and he turned one. And Anthony Davidson done a great job on showing us what his lap was like from start to finish. It was nothing seemed to go well.
So first rate, if that is attributed to the engine and not knowing what the settings are and stuff like that, because they have not told us, we've lost valuable points in a race.
Yeah.
Because Oscar's unable to compete. Oscar's missed his home race.
Yeah.
The cost of the crash is over $1 million.
Yeah.
For sure. Because of something that's not our fault. Not McLaren's fault.
We could easily make a case, couldn't we? We could file a case and say, guys, if this is power unit related heavy, then it's like, well, hang on a minute. You lot didn't give us the information, and now look what happened to our driver.
And then apparently when Lando was in qualifying, I think in Q2 or something like that, he had a bit of a wobble, like just when he was doing his lap, and then he came out of the throttle, and then all of a sudden they gave him a random boost of energy, the hybrid system. And they didn't know that. They were like, well, no, I didn't know the car does that.
Yeah.
That the car just randomly just gave us a boost of hybrid energy out of nowhere. And that's all because we don't have the information of how the engine actually works. It's all good at saying, oh yeah, we've got equal engines, but if you don't know how to use it, you don't know how to use it. And it's all good and well saying that, oh, Mercedes worked it out, you should work it out. We literally McLaren got the engine the other day.
Do you know what I mean? In Australia, yeah.
Mercedes had 8 hours times 3 to sort out the engine in Bahrain. And obviously that's the breaks of it. That's obviously, people will say, okay, that's something that you got to deal with, but there's something going on.
Something's gone awry.
I'm putting question marks in it because I promise you now, the chassis and the aero package is not 8/10 off a lap.
I don't think so. Yeah, I agree with you. Federico says Val's complained about Mercedes too. Human Fly says Alpine have dropped back miles too. Yeah, I thought they would be decent. I know you were very much like, come on, guys, it's Alpine. But I thought, hang on a minute, they looked 10 times better than last year in practice, in testing. And I thought
Alpine's a false image, man.
It's interesting. What you say about Alpine is what I say about Ferrari. I think we're the other way around in that. Let me get through some of your comments, guys.
Love you all, guys.
You lot are tremendous, man. You guys are amazing. Shout out to AA3. Archer says, hey, guys, a steady start, but I believe the team knows where to improve. I trust the team to improve. I even if they don't know what it is, I trust them to get there, if that makes sense. Drea, what's going on? Evening, lads. What a weird weekend. Lots of issues. This will be a big learning exercise. We need a bit we'll need a bit to get on top of it, and we're not as far away as it seemed, but it's not looking great at the moment. I agree, it's not looking great. I will have this caveat of the Australian Grand Prix, Albert Park, is a very, very niche is not the word, but it's a very unique circuit, and I think we're going to get a more clear understanding of where everyone is in China. I think China's way more of a racetrack where we can see, I mean, don't get me wrong, look, I know Formula One has evolved so much, even in terms of racetracks, whereby, well, what is a normal racetrack these days? Because we have so many street circuits, we have so many different kind of circuits, it's almost like, well, what is new? What is normal anymore? But, you know, for the old school heads like yourselves and us, the Chinese Grand Prix is way more of a racetrack, and I think that's more genuine. We'll get a genuine feedback on where everybody kind of is. What do you think?
I think as well, Neil Holdy came out and said that we're just trying to figure out this configuration of the car at the moment and kind of figure out how the engine works for the next couple of races, and then a big upgrade package is going to come in. Yeah. So it could be the kind of situation where we was in 2024, where the car's transformed after maybe 5-6 races, and then we go on from there. Obviously, that might cost championship chances, maybe not cost the constructors, because we still won the constructors in 24 anyway. But yeah, it's just really about just riding the storm at the moment, and this is just the breaks of it. At the end of the day, that we kind of knew coming into the season. Look, we've got less wind tunnel times than these guys, CFD and so on, because of the team's success.
Exactly.
McLaren's success. They peg you back within the regulations. If you think about it, we've been McLaren led the constructors for about 3 cycles of ATR or whatever.
Yeah,
that's got to add up where you're getting 30% less development time than others.
agreed.
Over and over again, innit? So it's gonna add up. So
Agreed.
And also there was a conscious decision of what Rob Marshall said during the launch. Like, we need to see what other people are doing. We can't afford to just throw the kitchen sink at random ideas because we don't have the time. We don't actually have the technical time to do that because we've been limited. So it's better to look at everybody else's ideas, see what's working, what's not working, use other people as like testing guinea pigs, and then develop on the back of that, and then see where we go from there. I've got complete faith in the team and their ability to do that. They've not proven me wrong when it comes to development. So it's just really just riding out the storm a little bit. And if I'm saying, look, we've been in the darkness. On this stream, guys, we've been in the darkness. We're saying riding out the storm is P5. I'll take it.
I'll take it. Absolutely. Federico says, hi, everyone. Not the best start, but I'm hoping Mercedes will share a little more information like Stella wants. Mohammed says, welcome back, guys. I missed the last week's show, but I'm not missing this one. And sorry, Peter. I'm hoping for this Arsenal L so bad. Yo, Mo, what's going on there? What are you telling me? This is tough times. Adam says, confused at these cars still and regs. Where are you with these regulations and the cars? I mean, are you in uproar like everybody else was in terms of the new regs, or are you kind of like, you know what, like, because we've seen regulations changes we've been watching Formula 1 for like 30 years. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll be honest. Qualifying. Tell me what you thought of qualifying when you watched it.
Quali?
Did you understand it?
Did I understand it?
Did you understand the format and stuff like that? Did you understand what these cars were doing?
No, didn't understand what the cars were doing. If I'm honest, no. Did you?
I didn't understand them. Like, like 9 and 10. I was like, what are they doing? Why is the speed going down?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I am of the like, listen, I'm a petrol head. I'm a I love my engines. If we want to go electrical, Formula E is down the road. Do you know what I mean? You could go ahead and do that. I'm definitely of the opinion that we should be petrol engine, whatever the case may be. And they were talking about the whole sustainable fuel in 2030. Hopefully that will take us away from the whole battery side of things, unless they meant battery all this time when it comes to sustainable fuel. So
I'm hearing BYD when I come into Formula 1 now. If that happens, then it's definitely electric forever, man. I just like, obviously qualifying for us was just strange. Just strange. I just didn't understand what was going on. Like, we look quick and then we weren't quick and then we look quick again. Especially Oscar, like, it was quick, like, oh, he might finish in the front 2 rows. Then it wasn't. Then it was. And then Q3, everything went to the mess.
Exactly.
Like, running over the fan and then that damaging the car.
Yeah.
I was like, and then like Oscar's lap, kind of like, because of the red flag, he already prepped his tires and then lost that set of tires. It was just insane. Like, it was just like, what can go wrong will go wrong.
Yeah.
Imagine Lando's up on his lap, and then his wing just gave up during the lap. He's just like, I'm out.
It's mad. Yeah, that's not. Listen, we've never had. I can't remember the last time Formula 1 had this thing where let the cars drive flat out. We've always had something preventing cars to go full pelt 100% of a lap. We've always had that. Whether it was tires, whether it was mainly tires. And to be fair, we never spoke about tires once this weekend. Had you noticed? Nobody's talking about
pecking order, innit?
Yeah, man. It's gone. Dirty air, this, that, and the other. Like, nobody was talking about that. So it's just another thing that Formula 1 and the teams, the drivers have to get their head around. Listen, in year 3 and 4 of these regs, guys, we will not be talking about this at all. It's confusing now, certainly, but I think midway point of this season, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right.
I feel like we've gone from the most exciting regulation.
Do you think?
In terms of exciting regulation, in terms of qualifying. Qualifying was lit.
Qualifying was lit. The
last 2s, especially 2025, 2024, qualifying was like, it's popping. Like, it was close as well.
What do you think about Archer's comment here, man? Like, on a real?
They destroyed our car. So what are we doing here? Is it Mario Kart? Why is he dropping? People were making a lot of Mario Kart comments. Man, he dropped a banana skin.
Literally. How have they let him get out of the garage with two of them? Because apparently there was two, wasn't it?
Engine spike damages Oscar's car. Fan damages our front wing. We don't even have a replacement front wing, and we have to kind of like get that in and get it sorted out. A fine, you know.
Yeah, that's literally that's it. It's I don't know, man.
Giving a fine to this team is just insane. To Mercedes, you got bare money. What's that gonna do?
You know, honestly,
it's be a grip on you.
Listen, the regs, I think we'll get past it. We'll get over it. I won't lie. I'm just gonna let it do its work. Let it marinate. Let it get a bit more mature. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll get over it. Sophie, what's going on? It says, hello, not gonna lie, seeing our guys this far from the podium steps was harder than I was expecting. But if there's a team that can turn this around, it's McLaren. No doubt about it.
We've been spoiled when it comes to podiums. Have we taken podiums for granted, guys? We lived on the podium for 2 years.
Yeah, we have lived. Human Fly says Merc F's over its customer teams. 100%. That's his headline. That's the headline.
I don't think they would want that backlash, but at the end of the day, I think what's worse, them F'ing over their customer teams or them get spanked 3 years in a row by a customer team.
This is the thing. I think Toto Wolff went through this. He went through trauma in the ground effect era. Yeah. From start one to finish, he was like, I hate these regulations. I hate these cars. Glad to throw this car in the bin. How is man talking about that about his own car? And he's the owner. He's the third owner of Mercedes, talking like that. The guy was like, listen, especially with what happened to Mercedes against Red Bull in 21. And then the ground effect era, Toto Wolff said, you know what, bun this, man. I'm gonna be the new Christian Horner. Screw all of you lot. I don't care what it takes. He's talking mad.
You want to play games with Zach Brown?
Oh, by the way, if you haven't learned, and he wants to buy Alpine, doesn't he? With Horner.
That's another thing when it comes to like the engine and stuff like that. The contract. If Zach Brown's near that contract, it's watertight, man.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
When it comes to contracts, so let's see how it kind of progresses. But for now, you just got to ride the wave, man.
Yeah, we have to ride this wave for sure. It does make me open my mind to another engine manufacturer, though. It does.
What's their name?
I'm trying to remember. What did I say last week? I said somebody last week.
You said Audi, innit?
I said Audi. Yeah, I did think about Audi a little bit.
Yeah, but then I looked at Audi. Audi looked alright.
It looked alright. Do you know what I mean?
Let them marinate. Let them do their thing, and then let them do their thing. Let them go through the years, and then we might have to make the switch.
But I like that BMW talk we had a bit last week as well.
Ooh. They ain't interested in F1.
They are not interested, mate. They are not interested.
Got scarred before, man.
I don't want to be negative, but I think it's Merck's dominating season, unfortunately. No, man. Honestly, don't get caught up in this.
That's how it is. That's how it is.
If that's how it is, that's what it's going to be. Listen,
right now, obviously, I still have hope that we could turn things around and possibly win both championships. It's only race one. I'm not one of those people that will overreact. And another thing I think as well is it's really good. Arsenal scored.
Is it? Oh, we love that. Yeah. We'll take that. That's all right. We'll take that. There's no way goals anyway. So, but anyway, it counts. It counts.
I lost my train of thought, but yeah, I think it's good to go through these struggles now than to go through it later. And if we came into this regulation and was walking apart, maybe the team kind of loses motivation a little bit.
Yeah.
But the team can come into this like, this is a new challenge. We go again. We're back from zero, and it motivates everybody in that factory and the whole team trackside, and everybody like, let's get back on top because we've done it before.
No, this is
we've kind of built that mentality of, look, we're back-to-back champions, and we're not going anywhere. If this is our worst and it's P5, what can our best be?
That's how you got to look at it. That's how you got to look at it, people. Drea says, Mercedes was so embarrassed by getting beaten by a customer that they're trying everything they can to get a head start. It seems sketchy, but I am biased. Yeah, man. Mercedes got hurt. They definitely got hurt in the last regulations, and especially the last 2 to 3 years. I'm honestly not worried about the performance. Norris was learning to drive the car in the race and clearly found something at the end, says Alex. Also, this group of engineers simply does not build a car in 51 seconds off the pace. There is time to be found in that PU. I agree. I totally agree, man. I totally agree. Sophie says, I'm also afraid Mercedes might dominate, but let us not go another season without a couple of wins at least. I beg. Listen, I'm going to say...
Let's get a podium first. Baby steps.
Don't worry about that. It's a sprint weekend, by the way. There's things are up for grabs this weekend. Yeah. Stella says Stella saying we have found at least 3 or something tenths. If we had done qualifying a second time, is at least something. Does it help for China? It will.
I'm gonna put us on pole.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, was it Oscar?
Actually, it might not put us on pole, but if Oscar actually did the kind of laps he did in Q2 and Q1, that would have been in front row at least.
Oh god, yeah, absolutely. Right, Papaya says, how do we figure out the engine settings that Mercedes has? Don't understand the difference because I thought that they had provided the same engine.
Trial and error, like Drea just said there, that they found something in qualifying, and if they did it again, they would have gained time. They're literally doing trial and error, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like somebody said, like it's IKEA furniture with no instructions. They're just making up as they go along. Oh, does this part fit in here? Does this part fit there? And they're just doing trial and error until they actually can build the table. Yeah.
Sophia says as well that I was disappointed to hear that our car was chewing its tires, except the last set, considering Lando had clear air most of the time. I miss our water tires.
The water tire allegations, I remember that, man.
I love that. I'm baffled the engine is literally an AI program going on. I wasn't aware of that. Lando said that every last lap was losing information and the engine configuration. That's terrible.
Yeah, but that's how it works. I think even remembering before with, when it was Spa last year, like your engine deployment, your energy deployment is based on the previous lap, and it learns lap by lap. And then in Spa at the beginning, because it was like a rolling start, his deployment didn't deploy, and then Oscar overtook him, which is the downside of that kind of technology. Like if you're using AI programs integrated within the software to kind of map out your energy deployment and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, if you don't even know how to set your energy deployment in the first place, you've got AI integrated within that, it's going to be a disaster. That's why I think the talks back happened with Oscar as well. Like this is like the engines all over the place. Because of the software.
Do you blame Oscar at all for the crash? Is there anything you blame?
When I read his statement, it seemed like it was half.
Yeah.
But then the more I look into it, it seems like he's just, I don't know. It seems like it's not his fault.
I thought Zach Brown's...
I'm not saying it's his fault.
I thought Zach Brown's comments were weird, before the race started. Now, don't get me wrong, he's only got one mind on the race, obviously. Yeah. But, everybody's heart was on the floor when Oscar crashed in his home race.
Yeah.
And when we went to Zach, it was like, I haven't spoken to him, but we're going to talk about it after the race. Oh, okay.
All right. We don't know what they said behind closed doors and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I feel like sometimes it's better to say nothing or just be more compassionate in the sense of like, oh, this is home race. I'm feel really bad for him. Yeah. I'll have a word with him and stuff like that. But we don't know what happened to the car. If you really don't know what happened to the car, so we just don't know what happened to the car. You kind of have to kind of protect the driver there in that sense. So
I'm sure Oscar didn't want to say a word to anybody.
Yeah, it's just gutting. I feel so sorry for him. Like this is your home race. This is kind of an opportunity to get a good result. Off the back of last year as well, what happened at Australia.
Yeah,
it's not the best way to go about things. The best way for him to experience those things.
Yeah, no, for sure. Human Flyers was just going back off the back of Dre's comment there. Yeah, I read that the power unit learns as you drive it around. Too much computer, not enough engine. I hear that part. I definitely hear that part. Human Flies also says, I thought it ain't plug and play. I thought it would be too, but they seem super complicated. Right, let's actually talk about what took place because, mate, time's flying. Didn't realize. Quali Piastri P5, Norris P6. I mean, what was your thoughts on Quali? I know we kind of dotted around this sort of stuff.
Yeah, it was all over the place, wasn't it?
It was.
If qualifying like that every week, I don't want to watch it. Low key, I don't want to watch it.
You don't, yeah.
There was no excitement in that qualifying. I was not interested.
Yeah, I mean,
engines don't feel like it's on the limit. The cars don't look like they're on the limit.
Yeah,
We're watching it, man.
it didn't feel. You could definitely tell the stark difference between last year's quali and this year. You know,
Yeah.
listen, it was at the most mature stage of the last regulation, and we're at the very infant stage of a new regulation. I will expect there to be some teething issues, if you will. It wasn't the greatest thing to watch. I must admit, but yeah, it was sketchy. It was quite sketchy.
I think in terms of McLaren, I think it was a kind of decent result. Could we have maybe out-qualified Leclerc? Maybe, because I think they had deployment issues as well in terms of their car. So, but same way we had those issues as well. I think if we put in the perfect lap, Oscar put in the perfect lap, or Norris managed to do his lap without his wing falling off, we could have at least got P3, P4. We could have lost at the second row.
I agree.
But alas, it wasn't to be. I think maybe we actually might be quicker in qualifying than we are in the race.
You think? You think so? Yeah.
Yeah. At this point in time, the race, like, we don't know what to do in terms of deployment. So this qualifying is only one lap, so we can extract some pace.
Yeah. Adam says, without damage in Q3, P3 easy. Incredible lap, says Alex. Considering his brake pedal was cosplaying as roadkill. I mean, Lando did not have a clean qualifying session, did he? It was not smooth at all.
It was smooth for Oscar until Q3 when Lando hit the part.
Yeah.
Oscar's fan or whatever. Oscar was already prepping his tires, was about to start his lap, and then he lost those tires. So it kind of effed up everything for him.
Yeah. It's crazy. Less than a 10th from Oscar. Is he mad? Less than a 10th from Oscar. Who's saying that?
Oscar didn't put in the perfect lap either at the end of the day.
No.
Even though the wing was damaged, I know it was going to probably be very tight between them if they put in the perfect lap. Maybe Lando pips in, but yeah, I don't think even Oscar put in a good lap either in the Q3.
No. Drea says, look, Lando was on for a P3. The first two sectors were very good, and the duck Dave just gave up. I'm not sure what happened to Oscar in Q3. I think
that symbolizes Lando's qualifying. He just gave up. Just anything that went wrong.
It did indeed. Norris was P2 after Q3 run 1, albeit half a second, but we were P2. And Rosa says, look, our deg was ridiculous. Thank God the Red Bulls was worse. Yeah, because people were talking about Red Bull being, I was hearing McLaren in the constructors being P4. By the way, I've never been so motivated to win the constructors as much as I have this year. I really want to win this constructors because
I want to beat Mercedes, man.
Especially Mercedes. The thing is, but losing to Ferrari is never nice. Do you know what I mean? It's never nice. But
2024 would have killed me.
Oh, man, that would have been a shambles. It would have been absolute shambles. But yeah, exactly. The Red Bulls was worse. Again, they're going to be feeling that one out in the race. As we've discussed, Oscar Piastri didn't start because of the reconnaissance lap. He spun out in turn 4. Lando Norris, though, as I mentioned in the beginning, looked like a sitting duck, literally. It felt like he had his own race all by himself, P5, had a bit of entertainment with Max Verstappen at that point in which he learned a little bit more about the car, learned a little bit more about this new regulation and whatnot.
I watched the first 2 stints of that race. And I was watching Norris. I was like, we are crap.
It was shaky.
We were like making right decisions as well with strategy. We're doing quick pit stops. We're like boxing at the right time. Like, no, we're just slow, man.
No, absolutely.
That's what I was thinking. And then, especially on the hards, and then the last stint, we kind of recovered it.
Yeah, it's mad. I just realized I've been on the wrong mic this whole time, so I've been sounding.
Audience, you're not picking this up.
First you last week, and now me this week.
That was me last week. I had to make sure I did it right, and then obviously it's Arsenal right on him. That's why.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, no, absolutely. We're saying our deg was bad, but that Norris medium final stint was pretty good. Yeah, it was. It was pretty good.
You figured it out in the end. It's kind of like, remember that race, Las Vegas 24, when we were shocking.
Yeah,
the last hit, Lando figured it out.
He did indeed. Rosa says Oscar will be back in China. It's his type of track. Listen, I'm with you, Rosa. I think he will be back. 100%. Reincarnation asks, McLaren celebrating race 1000. Which race is it? Do we know?
Miami. I think Zach
Oh, yeah,
Brown.
we said last week. Yes, we said last week.
Yeah, so Zach Brown's tweeted something out saying there's going to be some mad celebration, 5 days kind of event in Miami, and then I guarantee there's going to probably be like a special livery and stuff like that. Yeah. Hopefully, that's the day we get the upgrade.
Who knows? I listen.
That's the day we get the upgrade. I think. Please, what apparently, obviously, if you're in the Middle East right now, stay safe. There's a lot going on. I think 2 of those races are going to be cancelled, maybe Saudi and Bahrain. If there's a month off and there's nothing going on, FIA has got to let us do testing, man. Private testing with these cars.
What, you think they wouldn't?
No, I think they should.
Okay, I was going to say. I mean, I believe they will. If they don't,
I know, because there's going to be a month, more than a month gap, like 5 weeks or something like that. They should really just let teams.
You don't think we're going to get like a Rebor Portimao just slid in there?
Yeah, just like no, it doesn't need to be testing with everybody else. You can do private testing. Yeah, but we should just do like a let's go to Valencia right now.
What have they got over there? Have you seen Valencia's circuit?
Do testing.
Have you seen their circuit?
Portimao, go somewhere and just bang out laps.
Yeah, it'll probably be Portimao. Yeah,
so we can figure this out. I need that.
Yeah,
I know FIA is not going to do that because they hate us. They hate private testing.
Do you
need that in these cars as well? Not like old cars. I need this car.
This one here. Do you think they will cancel the 2 Grand Prix?
Oh, I think so, man.
Do you think?
Bahrain is on fire, man.
Oh, I know.
Bahrain is literally on fire. There ain't no race going on in Bahrain, man. That's the one that's 100%. That's not happening. Saudi might be because Jeddah's fine. There's nothing going on in Jeddah at the moment.
For now,
it might be an issue trying to get the kind of cargo in and get the cars to the track. That might be the issue for Jeddah. In terms of safety, Jeddah should be fine. But Bahrain, no chance.
Because I remember,
if the Middle East races are cancelled, we need to do tests so we can catch up. And then we just turn up in Miami like everything's all good.
Like nothing happened. Yeah. I listen.
We only fumbled the first 3 races and then we can catch up. 3 races fumbling is fine.
I didn't realize. Yeah, no, I didn't realize that. I didn't think that it would be the case. That
look at the gap. You see how big the gap is if Saudi and Bahrain's gone.
It's a big gap, but I just don't believe that they will cancel it purely because of the money.
Do you know what they're doing? They're doing Mexican standoff because if they cancel it, what other side cancel it, whether it be the track or F1, they're going to hold the cost,
take the hit. Yeah, so or just move the circuit.
The like, they're waiting for Bahrain to cancel, but Bahrain's waiting for Formula 1 to cancel.
But then, like, don't they just move it to the end of the season and extend Abu Dhabi?
How, man? What? Both maybe Saudi Arabia they push to the end of the season. Bahrain, I don't think that's happening.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? You racing on December the 20th? Season long,
5 days before Christmas. It's crazy.
So let's say, for example, Bahrain and Saudi Arabia is cancelled. Japan Grand Prix is on the 29th of March. Then that means the next race is Miami on the 3rd of May.
Wow.
That's a big gap.
It's a humongous gap.
Let's do private testing.
I'm all for it, mate. I'm all for it. A couple of people here in the comments saying, look, I got curious and checked the graphs from the race from Formula One data analysis. From about like 44 until the end, we were on pace with Ferrari and Merc.
Yeah, so then the hard stint and the first stint killed us. We were slow, man.
We were just massively off.
We're doing racing ball speed.
Racing balls. By the way, they were half decent. By the way,
yeah. Arvid, I'm proud. I'm very, very. That's my stocks. Arvid
is it? Yeah, your stocks in Arvid.
I've got stocks in Arvid. I've got stocks in Hadjar for a long, long time.
I tell you what, there's 2 people who need to be careful this season, and that's Liam Lawson and Esteban Ocon. Them 2 are on thin ice.
Ocon don't get fired. Hey, Ocon, they were talking spicy about him. Kamatsu was talking spicy about him at the beginning of the season. Crazy.
Imagine. And Colapinto as well, because obviously they got Flavio Briatore, and he's ready to just rocket launch whoever he wants to out of that position.
But I think Piastri would have done very well in this race, but he never got the opportunity to start. He'll bounce back. I know he'll bounce back, but it's the fact that it's his home race that's what probably killing him right now.
That's what kills me the most.
Yeah. But Norris drove very, very well, especially the last stint. Just listen, whenever we're in the mud,
yeah,
Listen, this is the guy. This guy's a midfield merchant, man. He's already mastered it. Midfield completed it.
He's had
Nobody, no matter if you hate Norris or not, nobody can chat to him in midfield.
He's got reps, man.
When it comes to
He's got the
midfield
reps.
driving, he's got the reps.
He's got the reps.
Muscle memory.
Let's do some awards, man. Pit crew out of 10. What were your T's? I saw a 2.5. I saw a 2.5 in that.
I saw some quick stops, man. I saw some quick
Me,
stops.
and bear in mind,
I think what the first stop was like a really last minute. Like they boxed him last minute, so they had to get ready.
Was it a virtual?
You know, the virtual safety car. It was just right next to the pit lane, and then they were like box. So that was really last minute, and they managed to do a really good stop. I think Lando did a good job kind of getting into the pits as well, because we spent the least time in the pits of any other driver. So pit stops good, man. Someone said that the pit crew got good again. Midfield, but they've always been good. It was the gun situation, so let's see if it kind of impacts. Guys, obviously made some improvement with that, so
yeah,
let's see how that goes. But yeah, pit crew, I'm gonna give 9 out of 10. I can't really complain.
Let us know in the comment section what your awards are. In the meantime, Lando's weekend was ridiculous, perfect result, but the way to that was quite something. But I'd say he learned more than otherwise. That's kind of a good thing. It certainly is. It's making me wonder how fast the pit crew goes on these cars. On these cars.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah. Archer says Lawson Perez beef was so funny. I mean, it was the Ocon Gasly of it all. He couldn't even say anything.
Apparently, Perez just did it because he was bored.
I mean,
he wanted to race somebody. He's way off pace. Let me race somebody, man.
Yeah, man.
Perez is
I mean? Why not? All right. So Drea says pit stops was okay, 7th fastest, but Lando had the shortest stop. All in all, I'd say an 8.
Yeah, I think being called up last minute as well probably impacted the time that they did it. But let's see how far. Let's see if we can get pit stop speeds back like last year, like under sub 2 seconds. With those type of cars. Obviously, I think like the dimensions are a bit different. We've got the shortest car in terms of wheelbase, so positioning is going to be a bit different. But yeah, let's see how it goes.
What was your guys' thoughts on the strategy? What are we giving the strategy out of 10?
Well, we did a 2-stop. I think the 2-stop worked out. We pitted at the right time. There was a virtual safe car. We pitted.
Hello.
That's an improvement. Will Courtney,
listen.
Shout out to you, man.
Maybe we threw the old guy to Ferrari. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? You know when Hamilton's on the radio saying like, surely one of us should be in.
I don't know. Do you know what happened to drivers just pitting anyway?
And the thing is, because the Ferrari crew were ready.
Yeah, they were there. So what happened to drivers just going in the pits anyway and ignoring?
I don't know. I feel
like the only person I've seen recently that do that is George.
What, when he just went in? So you not better be ready.
Box, man.
You not better be ready.
The Ferrari drivers are too compliant. Just start driving slowly in the pit lane and then you know you're coming. That's it. You force the situation. I don't know. Maybe a Ferrari you get in trouble for that if you ignore them.
Maybe there's a fine that comes your way that you don't even
crazy
know.
fine.
I mean, like Hamilton changed his engineer. I don't even notice the difference. The guy sounded like a dummy.
That's temporary. That's a temporary guy. And they've hired Oscar's performance engineer, one of those guys.
Is it?
So a guy from McLaren is going to Ferrari to be his engineer.
Interesting.
But I don't know who this guy is.
I mean, he sounded like a dummy.
I think I'm usually pretty clued up about McLaren. I don't know who he is. But he's on Oscar's side of the garage.
Yeah, Oscar's changed his whole crew, hasn't he? From what I've heard. Human Fly says, 9 didn't do anything silly. That will always work for us, won't it? Strategy was very good, says Drea. Fast reaction, situational awareness, not something we always get right. That's a 9 from me. 9.5 says Alex, correct calls, correct time.
What are you giving it?
Yeah, I think all things considered, and they locked in. We lost Oscar in the race, or not even in the race. We lost Oscar, and yet that could have really fried the brain. Now, these are world-class professional athletes, don't get me wrong. I say athletes, professionals, but they're still human as well. So there is that part of like, if they did slip up, and we've seen McLaren make mistakes when it comes to strategies many, many times. here we are. Pit stop was okay, says Dreyer as well. 7th fastest. Oh yeah, I already said that. Ridiculous.
I'll give it a 9 as well. Strategy.
Yeah, strategy's fine with the 9. I'm giving the pit crew an 8. First race, no bias basis for comparison, says Alex as well. Okay, let's get into the Oscar Piastri of it all.
I'm giving it NA.
NA.
Yeah, I can't give him a rating.
You're not including the
It's
quali.
not fair. It's not fair. Huh? If it was quali, then I'd give him maybe a 7.5, but I can't give him a rating for this weekend.
I think, you know what? I feel like I could, because at the end of the day, it's not like he'd never driven this car before. It's not like he hadn't done practice runs. New engine, granted, all of that is into consideration. But what he did in qualifying was good. He was solid. I think I'd give him a 7.5. Yeah, 7.5 is quite fair. When it comes to the race situation, in terms of not being able to, shout out to you, TSJ, awesome, we see you there. When it comes to the fact that he didn't get the car there, albeit partly blamed with the car itself, and partly he's in control of that car. It's not like it's not like he lost control of the car, if that makes sense. Like he did, but I have to give him a 5 in the end, or even a 4.
Why?
Even a 4.
No, man, I'm not doing that. I'm thinking that's not his fault, man.
Everybody got to the grid.
It all depends on whose fault it is. If you think it's even a slightly bit of his fault, then you got to give him a lower score. I understand that, but me personally, I don't think it's his fault, so I can't give him a score.
I just think there's a 50-50 at play.
Okay.
It's not like he got into a brand new car for the race. It's a car he knows.
But you heard that engine when it came out.
Listen, I heard that engine was cooked when he come out. Yeah, let me be clear. And that's why I think maybe 5 is where I'll go with it, because I think there is a big part to play in which the car cost him, but he's in control. We're talking about a guy going to the grid. You know what I mean? It weren't rainy conditions. There was nothing really, like, he weren't even really complaining as such. I think he just said I think he said he had no power at one point. But yeah, I don't know, man.
All right,
it was impactful.
I'm not doing any rating.
It was an impactful hit to the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a 5 for Oscar.
Okay.
I if it's his fault, then if it isn't his fault, then NA, says Alex. Fair enough. Difficult to rate, Oscar, says Dreyer. I guess it was still partly his fault. He said that himself, but how much? Quali, he messed up in Q3, so it would be a bad rating. What was it? Archer says, don't do it again out of 10. Oh, mate, that's funny. Alex says, I don't know much about the incident. It depends on how much of the crash was on him versus something weird happening. I know. Like for me, even if it's 50-50, that Oscar has to, bro, he didn't make the start of the race, man. Like, he weren't racing. You understand what I'm saying? He weren't racing. He was getting the car to the grid. And listen, you know me, I love Oscar to bits. You know me.
I know you're just rattled because you said he was going to win. That's part of this. That's part of
no, this. If anything, I'm so distraught.
I said Kimmy's going to win and he binned it like.
Well, this is the thing, right? So listen, let's not sleep on that.
He would have won. I reckon if he did what he did, if he didn't bin the car and did qualify normal, and he had a good start instead of that race that he had,
he's winning the race.
He might have won. He might have had the chance to win. He was quick.
Yeah. By the way, his car was worse than Oscar's in practice 3 and made quali and put it in Q2. I'm not ignoring that. I'm not going to ignore that for the season. By the way, not because of how great Kimmy is. Something else is going on, guys. Mercedes are going to get caught for something. Something else is going on there. I'm not letting that happen.
Said in the chat, Yuma Fly said in the chat that Mercedes got a button, secret button. Just slapped it when he saw Oscar. Bat into the wall.
Into the wall.
That would be so controversial if that existed.
My friend,
I know it doesn't, but that would be so.
I'm not gonna let that just happen.
Don't have to throw him out the championship for
that. And if it's not his fault, too, if it's 100% his fault, probably somewhere in between. Says TSJ, awesome. Alex saying, look, if it isn't his fault, he's lucky that it isn't his fault, because if it was, it would be diabolical. But NA, I don't think it's his fault. He might feel like it was as he's driving the car, but nah, says Human Flies. I think in Bahrain and Jeddah are cancelled. 1000th race will be the Monaco Grand Prix. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, if it is cancelled, I don't know why Zach tweeted that then.
Never mind the start.
We're having a big event in Miami, and I'm like, bro, what if it's not going to be 1,000 then? It'll be 998 if you do the event.
Yeah, so Alex says never mind the start of the race. He didn't make the formation lap. Yeah, he didn't make them. We're talking the reconnaissance lap, guys.
Reconnaissance lap.
Not the four. He wasn't racing. You know the ones, because even if it was the formation lap, you kind of got to get there at a certain point at a certain time.
3:30 a.m. The race started at 4. I feel so bad, man. This is horrible.
Oh, mate. Anyway, he gets
a Lando in Silverstone.
I'm getting
suicidal, man.
Oh, mate, yeah, it'll be over. I'm giving him a 5. You're not rating him, yeah?
I'm not giving him a rating.
Okay. Lando Norris.
I'm gonna give him 7.5.
Agreed.
Actually, no. I'll give him an 8.
I was gonna say
he finished P5. That's the max he could do. Is he supposed to be a Ferrari or a Mercedes? No. Maybe he should have qualified better. He got out qualified by his teammate, but then his car gave up. So let me just give him an 8, man. Listen, like we've seen 9 drives and 10 drives. This wasn't a 9 drive or 10 drive.
No, of course not. No. Lando an 8 or maybe higher because of all the issues. He still had a clean weekend and didn't make a single mistake in the race. No, he didn't. But yeah, I'd go 7.5. I think 7.5. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, guys,
there's a lot of races you have to kind of temper our expectations in terms of ratings and stuff like that. So I'll say 8.
Also, guys, yeah, like McLaren have done a fantastic job. The boys have done a fantastic job. They've set a standard. Okay, so this is our Formula One world champion we're talking about here. So I can't give 8 for a P6 start and a P5 finish. I cannot. And we're talking, you know, like you said, it was 50 seconds behind the Merc, albeit he was learning and he.
Okay, now he's a world champion. You have to hold him to higher standards.
You have to.
All right, 7.
Because you know what's even interesting? Max Verstappen at the end of the race. What do those two do? They're waving at each other, right? Almost like on a respect thing.
We used to fight for wins, man.
Max.
Now we're fighting for P5. how the mighty have fallen.
Now, but you know what? That struck me when that happened post race. That struck me because I was like, Lando's entered the club, if that makes sense.
He pocketed Max, man. He leashed him.
He's entered the field.
Actually, no, he leashed Max 8. I forgot about that. He leashed him, man. The guy was within 1 second for how long?
Yeah, no,
that's 2 years in a row. He leashed Max.
Can't disagree with that. Reincarnation Lando 7 should have overtaken the racing ball quicker.
That's Arvid, man. Respect him.
What's it? This
Arvid tax, man.
Arvid tax, yeah.
Future world champion right there.
He even says 8 for beating Max. Listen, beating Max is always you're always gonna have there's gonna be a great plus with that. Alex says issues in every single session until the race. A lap with a front wing dragging the floor. P5 holds off Max in the fastest car, at least an 8. Oh yeah, because Max was
the guy was suffering, man.
He was suffering.
Did you hear about the Australia curse? Like if you win Australia the next year, you do.
Yes.
He was fighting demons. Them same demons were coming for him, and he survived.
I said he was fighting demons. Oh my god. Archer 7 or 8. Yeah. Archer says 7 or 8. Best with what we know about the car during the race. Hard to rate without Oscar in the race. That's a very good point as well.
If Oscar was in the race and he finished
ahead,
the rating looks different.
Yeah, it looks very different. You have to take the car into consideration. What else could he have done? He maximized it, defended well.
The maximum result a McLaren driver could have got that race was a P5.
In that case, I can totally hear the 8. Totally hear the 8. Peter, it has to be an 8. How do you have different mechanical issue
Oracle
in
Rising,
every
man.
single session until the race? I can hear it. I can hear the anger.
Oracle passionate about this.
I can hear it. No, listen.
He's as passionate about this as he is about Gareth Bale.
Listen, 7.5 is not a bad rating. Let's have this right. It's well above average.
It's a 0.5 that we're splitting hairs.
It's a good rating. It's a good rating. Yeah, I'm not saying 7, you know. All right. Chinese Grand Prix predictions before we go. Who have you got to?
Was it this weekend as well?
Sprint, man. So sprint pole, sprint race, and then quali and race. Where are you at? Let us know in the chat where are you putting these people.
P5, P6, P5, P6, P5, P6, P5, P6.
Surely China will be better, no?
They have to be cooking up something mad in the lab in terms of engine mode.
Everyone's got one practice session.
I need someone on that software in MTC doing mad coding.
Been coding since the race finished.
Just code like you've never coded before. Use Claude. Use AI. Help you. Do something.
Yeah, Alex is fighting this corner.
That 3/10 from that software. We've got to find it.
Yeah, no, we have to. Alex is fighting his corner. Man, 6 sessions this weekend and 6 issues is diabolical.
You know what it is? He's realizing what happened.
No other driver had this happen to him. Let's have it right. It's an 8. Yeah, okay, human flies. Okay. Chinese Grand Prix. You're going P5, P6, yeah?
Yeah. I'm not too, you know. That's a very, very long straight there. Can't lie. Back straight is crazy.
I think Oscar and Lando will be on the podium at one of each, like separately on each race. So Oscar,
one on the podium in the sprint, one on the podium in the race.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Oscar.
I'll take that all day long. I remember 2024 when we were suffering, and then Lando absolutely cooked in China.
Yeah, China's not bad for us, man.
And our car wasn't even that good.
No, China's not too bad for us.
And then Oscar last year was an animal in China.
Oh yeah, he was pole and win.
Let's see what happens.
Archer says, I think we'll be closer in China. China's a sprint weekend. Who decided that? That's awful. No clue what to predict. Better than P8, P7 sounds like an achievement. Alex says P4, P5. I see something happening to one of the front 2 at least. Yeah, let's get some drama. You know what I mean? Let's get some clammy.
Let's have a Leclerc Hamilton crash.
That's what we want. That's exactly what we want.
That said, it didn't like.
Reincarnation. Yeah. Reincarnation says Oscar P6, Lando P7. We will not figure this car out yet.
Yeah, not in a week.
Not in a week. And
nobody even flew back. We're just sending emails and that.
Yeah, for real. Well, guys, that wraps up this week's MFTV. Thank you very much for joining us once again. 2016, Spain 2016 again. 16. Oh my god.
That would be beautiful.
No. Oh my god. That would be.
The internet will melt if Leclerc and Hamilton crash.
It would melt. It would melt. I hope Kimi can challenge George. I think he can, for sure. We need them to fight and spice things up. George will be so annoyed.
Kimi's quick, man.
Kimi's there, man. Kimi's there. No doubt about that.
He might not have all the experience, but he's very, very quick.
Yeah. Reincarnation. McLaren using the Google Gemini to crack the engine code. Listen, they got to use something. We got these sponsors for a reason. I'll be the optimist. Podium in the GP, yeah, man. Okay. I'm saying a podium in the sprint.
I'm paying P5, P6. Well, let's see how it goes. It'll probably be somewhere in the middle.
It'll be C4. Double P4s. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. Look, it was a tough start to the Formula One season. It's been a tough start, of course, with everything that's happened. But make sure you do let other McLaren fans know about this channel. We're going to be here every single week after a race weekend. We're going to be putting out some short videos as well, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, Mahad, man. Until next time, mate. Well, next week, right?
Next week, yeah. We'll be on Tuesday this time.
Tuesday. I don't know if it will be Tuesday, only because we got Bayer Leverkusen at the Emirates. Yeah. So
guys, blame the Emirates. Blame the Champions League. Maybe. Do you want to do it Monday? Maybe
I could do Monday. Yeah, I could do Monday.
Yeah, should we do Monday?
Because the race will be done. The race is at 7 a.m. So we'd have had time to cook.
Yeah.
Let that race cook. Let's do Monday 7 o'clock.
Okay, cool.
7 p.m. UK. Thanks, guys. Good to hear from you. Listen, great to see you again, Drea, as well. And everybody else. Everybody, you look after yourselves. Take care. And we'll see you on Monday. It's 7 p.m.
Yeah, man.
Peace.